In a small village, Mama Amina and Baba Amina lived happily with their daughter, Amina. She was a bright and cheerful girl who loved asking questions. But one day, something changed. Days passed, and Amina seemed happier. She spent more time helping Mama Amina in the kitchen and even played outside with her friends again. But deep inside, the struggle wasn't over. One evening, while doing her homework, Amina heard a notification sound from her phone. She hesitated. Mama had said no phones after dinner, but curiosity pulled her in. She picked up the phone and saw a message from an unknown number. "Hey, Amina, I have something interesting to show you." Her heart pounded. She looked around. Mama Amina was busy washing dishes, and Baba Amina was outside talking to a neighbor. Slowly, she clicked on the link. The page loaded, and Amina's stomach twisted. It was another inappropriate video. She knew she shouldn't watch, but the temptation was strong. "Just one look," she told herself. But just as she was about to press play, Mama Amina's voice echoed from behind her. "Amina!" Amina jumped, her hands shaking. The phone almost fell from her grip. She turned to see Mama Amina standing with her arms crossed. "What are you doing?" Mama's voice was calm but firm. I was just checking my messages," Amina stammered, avoiding eye contact. Mama Amina sighed and sat beside her daughter. She gently took the phone from Amina's hands. "My child, I see you are still struggling." Amina's eyes filled with tears. "I try, Mama, but it's hard. The phone keeps calling me. I don't want to be left out. My friends talk about these things at school, and they say it's normal." Mama Amina took a deep breath. "Amina, do you know why I am so careful about this? It's because once something enters your mind, it's hard to remove. These things are like poison sweet at first, but dangerous in the end." Amina wiped her tears. "But Mama, what should I do? I don't want to feel left out." Mama Amina held her daughter's hands. "You are not alone, my child. Tomorrow, I will take you to someone who can help you understand this better. You are not fighting this battle alone." Amina nodded slowly. She wasn't sure what Mama meant, but for the first time, she felt a little hope. The next morning, after breakfast, Mama Amina held Amina's hand and led her through the village. Amina was nervous. Who was this person Mama wanted her to meet? Was she in trouble? They stopped at a small schoolhouse near the mosque. Inside, children sat on mats, listening to an elderly man with a white beard. He was teaching them about good character. Mama Amina whispered, "This is Ustad Jabir. He teaches young people about life and the dangers in the world." Amina swallowed hard. She wasn't sure she wanted to hear another lecture. But when Ustad Jabir looked at her, his kind eyes made her feel safe. "Welcome, Amina," he said with a gentle smile. "Come, sit with me." She hesitated, then sat across from him. "Your mother tells me you are struggling with something difficult," he said. Amina lowered her head. "Yes, Ustad. I try to stop, but I feel trapped. My friends say there is nothing wrong with watching those things, but Mama says it is poison. I don't know who to believe." Ustad Jabir nodded. "It is normal to feel confused. But tell me, my child, if I give you a glass of water and tell you there is only a little poison inside, would you drink it?" Amina's eyes widened. "No, I don't want to die." Ustad Jabir smiled. "Exactly. The things you watch, the things you listen to, they enter your mind and heart. A small amount may not seem dangerous at first, but over time, it poisons your thoughts. your actions, even your future. Amina bit her lip. But what if I already drank a little poison? Then you must cleanse your heart, Ustad Jabir said. Fill it with good things. Read, learn, and spend time with people who guide you towards the right path. If you truly want to be free, you must replace the bad with the good. Amina thought for a moment. But Ustad, what if I feel weak? What if I go back to it? Ustad Jabir chuckled softly. My child, even the strongest people fall sometimes. What matters is that you stand up again. You must fight for your heart, just as a warrior fights for his land. Amina nodded slowly. For the first time, she felt like she had a weapon in this battle. Mama Amina placed a hand on her shoulder. You are not alone, my daughter. I will help you, but you must also fight for yourself. Amina looked at her mother, then back at Ustad Jabir. I want to be free, she whispered. Ustad Jabir smiled. Then the battle has already begun, my child, and you are not fighting alone. That evening, Amina sat in her room, staring at her phone. Mama Amina had set new rules: no phone after dinner, unless it was for schoolwork. But the urge was still there. She picked up the phone and unlocked it. Her fingers hovered over the internet icon. A thought crossed her mind. What harm is there in just checking? Then she heard Ustad Jabir's voice in her head. Would you drink poison, even just a little? Amina shut her eyes and let out a deep breath. No, she told herself. I want to be free. She put the phone down and picked up a book instead. It was an old storybook Mama Amina had given her when she was younger, one she had forgotten about. As she flipped through the pages, she found herself getting lost in the story. For the first time in a long while, she felt peace. Days passed, and Amina felt stronger. She spent less time on her phone and more time helping Mama Amina, reading books and playing outside. But then came the real test. At school, during break time, her friend Halima ran up to her, giggling. Amina, you won't believe what I found, Halima whispered. Amina raised an eyebrow. What is it? Halima pulled out her phone and showed Amina the screen. Amina's stomach tightened. It was another inappropriate video. Look at this, Halima giggled. It's so funny. Amina's heart pounded. A part of her wanted to look, just one look. Would you drink poison, even just a little? She shook her head and pushed the phone away. No, Halima, I don't want to see that. Halima frowned. What? Since when? Everyone watches this stuff. Amina took a deep breath. Not me. I've learned that some things may look fun, but they only hurt us in the end. Halima rolled her eyes. You're acting like an old woman. Amina smiled. Maybe, but I'm happier this way. Halima shrugged. Suit yourself. She walked away, still giggling at her phone. Amina let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. She had won this battle. But she knew the war was not over. Amina felt proud of herself for resisting temptation at school, but deep inside, she knew the struggle wasn't over. She had been strong today, but what about tomorrow? What about the next time she was alone with her phone? That night, as she lay in bed, she heard a buzzing sound. Her phone. She reached for it and saw a message from an unknown number. Amina, I know what you like. Click this link for something special. Her hands trembled. Her heart raced. No one is watching. Just one time. But then, something unexpected happened. She heard footsteps. Mama Amina peeked into the room. "Amina, are you okay?" Amina stared at her mother. Tears filled her eyes. She didn't know why, but she suddenly felt weak. She wanted to be free, but the struggle felt too big. "Mama!" Her voice cracked. "It's so hard." Mama Amina sat beside her. "I know, my child." Amina wiped her tears. "What if I fail again?" Mama Amina hugged her. "Then you stand up again. Every time you fall, you get up. That is how we win battles." Amina closed her eyes. "Mama, can we put the phone away at night?" Mama Amina smiled and took the phone from Amina's hands. "That is a wise decision, my daughter." Amina sighed in relief. For the first time, she felt like she was in control. Not her phone, not the internet. Her. A few weeks later, Amina had changed. She was more present. She laughed more. She helped more. She still used her phone, but with discipline. One evening, as she played outside, she saw Halima sitting alone. Halima wasn't laughing like before. She looked tired, sad. Amina sat next to her. "Halima, what's wrong?" Halima sighed. I think I have a problem. I can't stop watching those videos. Even when I don't want to, I still do." Amina smiled gently. "I understand. I was there too." Halima looked up. "How did you stop?" Amina took a deep breath. "I asked for help, and I fought every day to be free." Halima hesitated. "Do you think I can stop too?" Amina held her friend's hand. "Yeah, and I will help you." As the sun set, the two girls sat together, talking not about the internet, not about videos, but about life, dreams, and hope. Amina had won her battle, and now she was ready to help someone else win theirs. Moral lessons. 1. What you feed your mind will shape your life. Just like poison can harm the body, bad content can damage the heart and mind. Be careful what you consume. 2. Self-control is a daily battle. Resisting temptation isn't about being perfect, it's about fighting, falling, and standing up again. 3. Helping others brings true strength. When you overcome your struggles, use your victory to guide others. True strength is not just winning your battle, but helping others win theirs.